G'day again everybody, thanks for joining us. Today we're just going to be doing a quick kit review on the Airfix 1/72nd scale North American P51D Mustang. This is one of the new toolings from Airfix. It's a couple of years old now, but it's one of their newer releases, which I've been enjoying so far. Let's have a look at this one. So on the back here we've got our little colour chart with all the Humbrol colours marked out, so you can convert those if you're using Tamiya's or Mr. Hobby or whatever you happen to be using. But all in all, pretty simple. We've got olive drab, red, your metallic silvers, a bit yellow and black, so not a huge amount of searching required to get the right colour paints for that. Colour chart looks all nice and simple and easy to do. And it's even got some of the decal options on here by the looks of it. Yeah, so 43 would be squares, would be decals, and the rest of the colours. So yeah, 36, another decal. So it's got some of those on there as well. Let's have a look in the box and just see what we get, shall we? So first thing we'll take a look at is your instructions. And we'll put the decals aside for the moment. Now, it all comes individually packed, which is great. And you've got your instructions in different languages on the front here, which is good, and all the little call outs. So let's keep going. All right, cockpit details. Cockpit details aren't too bad for a little budget kit. They seem to be all right. Instructions are pretty simple. Let's have a look. Propellers, blah blah blah. Fuselage. Got the wings. Okay, so you've got options for the flaps, up or down. That's all right. Same with the radiator, so you can drop that out too if you want to. That was the, yeah, let's have a look here, what else we got? Alright, landing gear, fuel tanks, external fuel tanks, a little pilot figure. Pretty simple. And on the back here, it's got the position, the decals, so that's all on the back there. Excellent. Alright, that's it. So we've got our colour chart, we've got our instructions and our decal sheet. Let's have a quick look at the decals before we go any further. And I'll just zoom in a little bit on that for you. Okay, let's have a look at that. Now, they look pretty nice, don't they? They're pretty good. They look to be nice and thin, not overly thin. Time will tell when we put them on a kit, but they look pretty good. Most of the new Airfix ones I've found have been good. I haven't had any issues with them at all. So, and the register looks really nice. Got your little cockpit decal there for your controls, control panel. That's pretty cool. Different, yeah, little different bits around the plane. Now I know this plane's called Lollipop. I was of the understanding Lollipop had a single O in it. I could be wrong, but yeah, I'm not too sure why it's called Lollipoop. But definitely meant to be Lollipop, so I'm sure if I did a search on the internet I could find out why that was, but that's, yeah, it's a little amusing for the child in me. Okay, so just open up the bag here, have a quick look. What do we got? So we'll start off with the wings. Alright, and we'll bring it a bit closer. Come on, focus, damn you. Got a monkey operating the camera. There we go. Alright, so the detail on the wings looks pretty good. Alright, so we've got some nice panel lines there. There's a few little bits, I don't know if you can see it because it's so small, there's a few little bits in there where you might want to rescribe it just a tiny bit. It looks like there's there's a few bits on this wing as well. Maybe it hasn't released from the mould properly, I'm not sure. I haven't seen that before. It's just little bits of plastic inside the panel lines there. There's a few little raised bits here, so if you have a look right where my thumb is, and my little index finger is, you see there's little raised bits right on the edge there, and they're not on the other side, so I'd say probably sand those down and just rescribe it. Looks like it's in the panel line there. I think I have seen something similar off the top of my head on the BAE Hawk, possibly, in 148. So might have to double check that video and see if it is on there. But yeah, that's unusual. Landing gear bays, pretty cool, except you've got injector pin marks right in the middle of the bay there. Now that's a bit frustrating. Shouldn't be too hard to fix up. It's right near the edge, so you could probably put a bit of filler in there and even sand it down a little bit without too much trouble. The flaps, excellent. Oh, it's got a positional rudder as well. That's pretty cool. A little 1/72 scale kit. Yeah, not bad at all. Not bad at all. All right, keep going. Double the next bit. All right, so you got the internal details of the cockpit there, moulded in the walls. They're all right. Just gives you something to work with. Bit of fun. Just having a look at all the parts here. Just making sure everything's all right, and the detail's quite nice, isn't it? Detail is quite good. Doesn't look like to be any real flash or any other issues there. No moulding issues. Doesn't look like it's any parts of the bent or anything like that. It looks pretty good. The panel lines, got some nice panel lines. They're probably, seen a few people comment in some of the forums and things, they're probably a little bit heavy for the scale, but that's okay too. If you're getting young kids in the hobby and they start painting on the paint heavily, they're not going to completely erase the lines, so it's not bad. And just when you're finishing off, just go a bit lighter with some of the panel line detailing, I guess. There's that same issue on these wings, on the part there, right where my finger is. Another raised bit of detail. So that appears, though, to be outside of the panel line. So probably sand that off. And I'll just turn it upside down to make it a bit easier for my brain. Sorry. No, that part looks all right. There's a few little bits there as well. But sand them off or just rescrub it just a tiny bit just to make sure it's all nice and clear. But not bad. Not bad at all. I think this is going to be a great little kit. It's got the weighted tyres, so I'll turn it back up the other way. So you've got the sag and the tyres from the weight of the aircraft. That's awesome. And little 1/72 scale kit, I love it. Looks really good. So a few tiny little problems there. Nothing major. Nothing major at all. Good little kit. Canopies, nice and clear. Possibly a tiny bit on the thick side, but that's all right. But you've got the option to have them open anyway, so that's not that bad. And we've got two different canopy types there as well, so if you can see it, you've got the different curvature. Now, it depends on which mark, I guess. I'll just have a quick look at the instructions and see if it calls it out so we know exactly. Go back. Forgive me. Alrighty, so yeah, it's got your canopy options there. Very cool. Very cool. Alright, excellent. Good little kit. Great price. You can't really argue for what you're paying with these kits. You can't complain too much if there's little errors on them. And considering they're relatively new tool kits, I reckon they're pretty good. I'm gonna love building this one. It'd be a great little plane to build. It's got some, as we're saying, little imperfections, but nothing major. Thanks again to Airfix. So great. Thank you very much for watching. If you have any questions or would like to know any more, if there's something I've missed on this video, just let me know. Please like, share, subscribe, any of the above. That'd be fantastic. If you're not happy with the video, so if there's something that you didn't like or I didn't cover something well enough for you, just let me know, and I'm happy to make sure I do better in the future, or to answer your question in that regard. So thanks very much for watching, and happy modelling.